All right.
Recording now. Hey guys, so okay. Recap. Don't know where I last left you all. And excuse my hair, we just got back. Actually, okay, this is what happened today. So we stayed at my mom's last night, right? We stayed at my mom's last night and then woke up, had breakfast. Just sit there so I can wash it right now. Woke up, had breakfast, and then up and bailed because everybody was doing stuff, I guess. My hair is up because I have a bunch of stuff to do, and I'm gonna start on my facial in a bit because my face has gotten so damaged and maltratada due to like just life going on and me stressing over it. But that's Mikea slamming stuff on the floor. Anyway. So tonight, it will probably be the first night in a long while, what's felt like forever to me, because I think that's the most stressful part of it, is that I got so kicked out of my routine. That that's what was causing all of this stress and anxiety and depression and everything. And it was keeping me from doing the things I needed to be doing, which was editing and uploading. And so tonight will be the first night in a long time that I'm going to be able to actually sit down and carry on from where I was at. So for the last time, this is my last attempt at catching up. If I don't catch up, I'm just going to give up everything that we've done and then just start fresh from, say, Monday on. Because whatever I don't upload by Sunday will be the last night attempt at me trying to catch up with you guys. Tonight and tomorrow, that being said, because today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday. Anyway, I'm going to try to upload everything that I've got as I can, and then whatever's not uploaded by Sunday, Monday, I'm starting fresh, because I keep getting held back because of that, because I'm like, oh, I haven't uploaded, so why do I keep vlogging? And then I vlog little pieces here and there. So like today, for example, we went to Target, and I picked up a couple of stuff that I can show you guys later, I guess, just to add to today's vlog. And what else did we do? Then we stopped at Sonic and came home. Just stopped for a quick snack. Did you see that fly? That's disgusting. So yesterday, my mom came over, and my dad and a brother in Christ from our church, they're cutting our yard out and back, which I can probably show you a clip of. And I had cut pretty much the entire yard already in maybe 2-3 days. It took me, because I'm just out there by bits, not out there like the entire afternoon. And they're out finishing up the very back portion, which included like a little small, what would you call it, like a little corral or something?
The fence is down. So
yeah, well, the fence is already broken, so it's just yard now. So they're finishing taking down the little corral or whatever. And then behind that corral, we have more fence, but it's like a legit fence, like, you know, like the normal fence type of deal. And behind that, there's more yard. So they're taking care of that portion because that had gotten really crazy, like really crazy. And they're taking care of that because I couldn't get back there anymore. I was too scared to get back there because of spiders and whatnot. And so that's that. Ooh, look what I did back there. See that? We took everything down and I just put up a little, what is that? Like a little container for cakes and stuff like that. Which I want to get, I forgot who I was telling, but I was like, I want to be a baking mom. Like, you know, those moms that always have like cookies or something made. And I don't know, I just think it's fun. We used to do that back at the apartment, no? Like we would always have like a dessert with our meal. Like we had pretty much a 3-course meal all the time just because at some point, and then things went sour. But anyway, what is this? Aguacate. Aguacate. And so yeah, now I want to get back into that because it's cool to have something to just like, oh, look, a cookie, and just snack on it whenever you feel like it.
maybe we know.
Yeah, my sister left everything here yesterday. So yeah, I was talking about yesterday. My mom came over and my dad was out there cutting grass. So we left. Oh, and that's another thing. Like, I need to stop carrying because I think that's why I was also getting a little bit down was because I have like family members, and like I mean blood family members that like watch the vlogs and stuff. And to me, like YouTube was kind of like an outage from life, if that makes sense. It was where I could vent and express myself and just, you know, let just loose, you know what I mean? Like if something was bothering me, I could just talk to you guys about it. But then like I have family members watching now, and it's just kind of awkward. Not that I mind, I guess, them knowing what's going on. It just feels weird. You know, sometimes it's easier to open up to a complete stranger than to open up to your own family, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And like my cousin, I tell my cousin everything, but that's just different. Like she feels like a friend. I mean, she also feels like a family, but she feels like a friend more than anything. So I can talk to her about stuff like that. But I don't know. And anyway, I feel weird venting here now, but that's just whatever. Like I can't be filtering stuff and not being real with like the majority of you guys just because like 1 or 2 people watch and I gotta watch my words or whatever. It's like I gotta be real with them too, you know what I mean? Like they gotta know where I stand on certain subjects. You wanna make any more noise? And I don't know, it just, like I said, it makes me feel like filtered and just like I'm lying because I gotta keep certain things to myself. But I'm gonna try to not have this crazy open, but you guys are gonna be hearing me rinse the dishes. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so they came yesterday and we started making food, and then my uncle called that he needed a ride, so we left, and we left everything here, like chicken, like raw chicken was just sitting here. Like, I'm sorry, it's gonna get gross. There's just raw chicken and ham and everything was just sitting out here because we were cooking, and we left it with the intentions of coming back. Well, it turns out we didn't, and everything stayed here and it stunk, and now the whole house smells. Oh, that's another thing, babe. If you can empty out the candles.
I did that yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just saying to put new ones because it smells like.
Nice.
Yeah, it smells like chicken. Well, see, we just switched out the wax and the candle melts. I don't know what those things are legitimately called. That's what I call them, like candle melts. That thing right there, you see that? Boop! That little thing. You put like the little cubes of wax and it melts and the whole house smells good. Well, it doesn't. Chris cleared them up yesterday. He put new ones in there and the house smells like crap because of the chicken. And now I'm here cleaning it by myself. Well, not by myself. Chris is helping me out, but he had nothing to do in the mess. But anyway, what else was I gonna talk to you guys about? So behind. On the whole, I think last I left you guys, you know, because my parents came into the car and I was talking to you guys about how I was feeling and stuff. It just, I don't know, it feels weird because I don't think they understand how I feel. And it's just like, I think Ramsey may have locked Michaela in the closet.
Oh, I believe one of the shooters. I'll go right now.
Yeah. Excuse my screaming. Ramsey! You should be in that door. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Where's Mika?
In the blue room, but I don't close.
Okay, leave the door open. Ramsey?
As soon as Miko's coming out, just bring in toys.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh yeah, so like I don't know. People understand. I mean, I excuse Chris for not understanding me because he's a guy. But like, I don't know, aside from that, it's just like weird. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Anyway, I was telling you guys that how I was feeling, right? And I have been feeling like just weird and alone in the sense of like, I don't know. I mean, I don't expect to be up preaching in a pulpit because I guess I just need to like mentally accept that I should be looking for like God's approval rather than like man's approval and just move on with it, you know? But I just find it really weird that people who like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not perfect. I don't know how to explain this without making it seem like I feel I'm holier than thou, but I don't. I know I have my flaws, and more than anything lately, I've been like really screwing up simply because of that. Because I've been feeling like, what's the point if people do what they want and people listen to what they want to listen to and watch what they want to watch, and God still speaks to them? Then why am I holding back so much? And I think that's why I've gotten so kind of careless about things, and I'm not necessarily happy with that. And I think it's just like, no matter what I do, it just adds to how I'm feeling. Because I try to be like other people, thinking like, hey, if they're getting used anyway, if God's speaking to them on a daily, and they're still talking smack about people, and it's really confusing. Like, I don't want to put people on blast and be saying names on here, so not like most of you guys would know them, but I don't know, like, it's just really complicated. Let's just put an example. Let's say like I claim that God uses me and he speaks to me every single day, and just like, you can't tell me nothing new because I already know it. You know what I mean? It's that type of attitude. And like, I mean, maybe God's not really speaking to them and they just think that God is speaking to them. And that's the part where I'm like, well, why is God talking to you that you're being this way? And me, that I'm trying to keep myself away from the world as much as possible, to the sense and to the extent of not watching movies or not doing this, or just listening to gospel music, like things that people would consider like, okay, you're just being way too religious, girl, like stuff like that. I feel so excluded from this God Talks to Me group. It's just, I don't know, it's really complicated. And like I said previously, I was gonna say prior and previously together, like I've mentioned before, it's just how it makes me feel. It makes me feel like alone, and like, I don't know, I'm not like worthy of being spoken to by God. But last time, cutting the grass, it was brought to my attention and memory, and I know you're here, so you're gonna hear it, but and even if you didn't hear it now, you'd watch the vlogs and hear it. But anyway, it was brought to my attention how I used to cry over this one person a long time ago, and how I would beg for this person's attention and for them to answer the phone. And like, I didn't give up just first try, you know what I mean? Like, I kept at it and at it and at it and at it and at it. Like, I wouldn't sleep the entire night, I kid you not. I would call back to back to back to back and just be completely ignored. And yet, I'd be there. And I felt it brought to my attention, like, if I could do that for a mere mortal person, why do I give up so quickly with God? You know, like, I pray once and I expect him to talk to me, and it's just like with that person, like, I would call once and expect them to answer, and if they didn't, I didn't give up. I kept calling, I kept insisting. I hear Mika crying. But why do I give up so easily on God? And I guess, I don't know, that's kind of one thing that kind of like motivated me to like, okay, you're not doing anything wrong, you just need to not give up. You know, it's just all part of a trial, all part of a test. How far are you willing to go for God? So, you know, it kind of picked me up. And then yesterday that we picked up my uncle, for some reason he always has word like of encouragement for me, like without him even knowing it. Like, he doesn't even tell me like, hey, what are you going through, let's talk, like nothing. Like, he'll just be like, okay, well, you know what, like yesterday, like we were talking fine, we were talking about like the holidays coming up or whatever, because we don't celebrate Christmas, at least Chris and I don't, and our kids don't, if that makes sense, which I'll explain all later. It's nothing that I judge anybody else for, but I just simply choose not to. Anyway, like we were talking about that. Excuse me, I'm getting something. And, you know, like it had nothing to do with how I was feeling. Like as soon as he got on though, he was like, hey, how you been? And I was like, oh, I've been great. I've been perfectly fine. And, you know, that was that. And we started talking about the holidays and about just other family members and just stuff like that. And then when he was ready to go, he's like, okay, well, God bless you, and just remember, like, don't be so down about things. He's like, people around you will, like, you know, especially new people at church and stuff, he's like, they'll look at you, and if they know you've been a while in, like, in the life of Christ or whatever, like, and they see you down, they'll be like, you know, is this life really worth it? He's like, just don't be so down about things. Don't let the enemy bring you down. Just carry on strong. It's a trial and you'll get over it. And it was like I hadn't told him anything. Nobody's told him anything because, like I said, I don't talk about this openly with anybody. And it was just like, okay, God, I hear you again. You know what I mean? Like, it's like God was like, hey, you want me to talk to you? I'm gonna hit you left and right with truth, though, but you better be ready to accept it. And that was that. So, hold on. Now I need to clean that sink so I can put this away. And, what's it called? So, yeah, and, among other things, like, he told me just that, like, words that I really needed to hear and to be picked up. And, I know that trials will come and even harder, and I don't know, I guess you just need to really see who you trust. Not so much people-wise, but like you should put your trust in God. I feel it's something nice to do. You know, it's about the only person that's not going to like judge you for it. It's about the only person that can actually console you and not make you feel guilty over your life choices. Whereas if you tell anybody else, it's like, well, you're there because you chose that path. Or, well, just don't be that way. Or, well, I'm holier than thou. And then they go off on their own crazy rant that has nothing to do with how you're feeling. And it doesn't really offer any comfort to you. With that said, I'm going to clean the bar now because there's a lot of stuff. Oh, I'm going to show you something. So at our church, they did like a Thanksgiving potluck type of deal, and the people that took stuff were entered into a raffle. And I got some of these little containers or whatever, which is pretty neat because I don't know if I vlogged about it or not, but I was clearing off our kitchen and I took out like a bunch of weird containers that just don't match or have a bunch of random lids or the lids are missing. And now it's pretty cool because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go out and buy some. But now I don't, because now we have those. They don't necessarily match because they're red, but I mean, they're just containers for storing food, so who really cares, right? Anyway, ooh, on another note, Mikhail's birthday's coming up, which reminds me, I have to do his like 11-month update. I don't really know how people do those. I don't know if they do them when they turn like the month. But to me, it makes more sense to wait until they're almost close to the other month, because then what update really can you give if they just turned 11 months? And then you're like, well, they do this. So what I've been doing, at least, like I said, I don't really know the official rules for updates, but I've been doing them like towards the end. Like say his 11-month update, I'm gonna do it now that he's gonna turn 1, because I can tell you like, well, throughout his 11th month he was doing this and that, if that makes sense. But anyway, it's already gonna be 1, which is really crazy. And yeah. So for now, I'm gonna go and I heard a noise back here. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna finish cleaning up fairly quickly because Chris is about to take off in about 40 minutes, which I know it doesn't sound quickly to anybody, but to me it sounds very quickly because I feel like I don't really see him much. But things are getting back on schedule, legit this time, and there's a lot of plans I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. So I'm gonna finish washing and cleaning up, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Everybody's crying back there. I'm gonna rinse my hand, dry it up, and go get Mikhail. Bye.
There's toys in there, and then I'm going to be doing like a ABCs on the
Food. It's not funny. Look at you pop out again. It's not funny.